Thank you. I'm President of Capcom Company Limited. Tsujimoto is my name. Thank you so much for joining us at this financial result presentation in March 2022 fiscal year. To begin with, let me review our management philosophy. Since our founding, Capcom has worked to be a creator of entertainment culture that stimulates your senses. Beginning with games, we have brought smiles and excitement to people the world over with our high-quality content. Our reason for being here, our purpose, is to contribute to building a richer society through our games and content. By delivering laughter and joy, by providing people around the world with the energy to lead positive lives, by working to build an environment where people can enjoy games in such a way, we will help create a sustainable society. Next, I'd like to go over our medium-term management policy and our business strategy for the fiscal year ending March 2023. First, our medium-term goals. Currently, we have set 10% annual operating income growth as a medium-term management objective. For the March 2022 fiscal year, we continue to promote stronger digital sales in the consumer business. This, along with the global software sales and the stable build-up of profits, has resulted in 9 consecutive years of increased profits and 5 consecutive years of record profit as measured from the March 2013 fiscal year. Looking forward to the March 2023 fiscal year, we're aiming for more growth, anticipating 48 billion yen in operating income. Driving our goal of 10% or more annual operating income growth is expansion of our consumer unit sales. Until the mid-2010s, our sales volume has experienced volatility depending on where we release the major title in a given fiscal year. However, by anticipating wider adoption of digital sales and taking a proactive approach to creating PC versions of games, we have succeeded in promoting a strategy which included a focus on pricing for catalog titles. And since the March 2016 fiscal year has increased our unit sales volume for 7 consecutive years. As evidenced by our highest ever 37 million unit sales plan for the March 2023 fiscal year, we aim to continue growing our sales volume by promoting our digital policy. Now I'd like to discuss our specific activities for continuing to grow annual unit sales. First is releasing high-quality titles on a regular, continuous basis. Backed up by development capabilities that we have cultivated over the years. By releasing high-quality new titles every year, we've become able to continue selling these titles over the long term as part of our high-margin back catalog. This supports the stable growth of Capcom. This is evidenced by the genuine results we have had since the March 2017 fiscal year when we began to accelerate our focus on digital sales. For example, fiscal year 2016 release Resident Evil 7 has sold over 1 million units each year for 6 consecutive fiscal years, with cumulative sales now over 10 million units. Similarly, sales of fiscal year 2017 release Monster Hunter World has exceeded 20 million units when including the sales of the bundle version, which also contains the massive expansion Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Fiscal year 2021 release Resident Evil Village has also received high praise, and we are seeing tangible results for ongoing sales. Further, we are readying multiple major releases for the year ending March 2023 as well. Our second activity is expanding our sales regions through proactively utilizing the PC platform. In recent years, we have become able to sell games in countries and regions where dedicated home video game consoles aren't available, due to the spread of PC platform, which is built for digital sales. As a result, our sales regions have grown widely, as you can see on this map. Including past titles, we currently sell more than 300 titles in over 200 countries and regions, and our ratio of PC unit sales has grown to over 30% of all unit sales. Due to both the long-term sales of high-quality titles and expansion of sales regions, our annual sales of catalog titles have grown 6 times over the past 10 years, from 3.9 million units in the March 2012 fiscal year to 24 million units in the March 2022 fiscal year. In conjunction with this, our consolidated operating profit is also growing. The growth of high-margin catalog titles is a major growth driver for our consolidated earnings, and we intend to continue our focus on catalog sales.
To ensure long-term growth, let me explain 2 of our management strategies. The first is our talent investment strategy. As we communicated in March press release, we have made investment in talent as one of our top priorities in management strategy in order to better secure medium to long-term growth for Capcom. Highly skilled talent is essential for producing high-quality games and delivering them across the globe. To that end, we have appointed our Vice President, Mr. Miyazaki, as Chief Human Resources Officer, and under his leadership, we have built a new structure to facilitate direct communication between management and employees. Further, we have partially revised our compensation system and raised the average base salary for permanent employees by 30%, while introducing a bonus system more closely linked to the company's performance. We will work to attract and nurture good talents to improve the productivity by providing an even more comfortable working environment for employees. The second strategy is strengthening our brand equity. While we have widely expanded our sales region, there are still differences in sales volume between regions. We are working to strengthen our brand globally in order to build awareness of Capcom's games amongst those who are still not familiar with games. For example, in the media business, in order to actively grow by engaging in in-house productions, we have established Capcom Pictures, a film production company in Los Angeles. We try to broaden our global fan base by promoting esports. Plus, we recently announced an official sponsorship deal with the Japan Volleyball Association. We look to grow and expand the reach of the Capcom brand through supporting the activities of the Japan men's and women's national teams on international arena. Let me take you through our strategies and plans for the fiscal year 2023 ending in March. To begin, let's take a look at the latest market forecast. The game market is expected to continue growing, including our core consumer market. The size of the market in 2021 reached $218.8 billion, continued to grow from last year. 2020 was $206.2 billion. By 2026, the market is expected to reach $277 billion, approximately 1.2 times. Looking at the amount of growth by platform, mobile showed the largest growth. However, the consumer market also displayed a high growth rate of 32.3%. Capcom has achieved impressive growth over the past 10 years. However, looking at the market environment, we believe we can grow more. Next, I will go over our forecast for the March 2023 fiscal year. First, in last year's results, our consumer sub-segment in the digital contents business was a primary growth driver, enabling us to achieve the record high sales and profit at all levels in our history and making 9 consecutive years of operating income growth. This year, we are once again aiming for 6 consecutive years of the highest profit in all levels, growing our main consumer business with new major releases and stronger digital sales. We look to achieve 10 consecutive years of operating income growth. Year over year, we are targeting net sales of 120 billion yen, a 9.946 billion yen increase, operating income of 48 billion yen, a 5.091 billion yen increase, and anticipate an operating income margin of 40%. We look to achieve ordinary income of 48 billion yen, a 3.67 billion yen increase, and net income of 34.5 billion yen, a 1.947 billion yen increase. We are forecasting earnings per share of 161.59 yen, as well as interim dividend of 23 yen, year-end dividend of 23 yen, making for a full year dividend of 46 yen. Lastly, this is a plan by business segment. Our growth driver continues to be the consumer segment of our digital contents business. We are targeting our highest ever annual unit sales of 37 million units, driven by both the release of new major titles, including the scheduled launch of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak on June 30th, as well as by growth in catalog sales globally, primarily through digital sales. As a result, we anticipate net sales of 94.2 billion yen, an increase of 6.666 billion yen, operating income of 51.1 billion yen, an increase of 5.741 billion yen, and operating income margin of 54.2%, representing 2.4-point increase. In the arcade operation business, we forecast an increase in sales and profit due to contribution from both new and existing stores. In the amusement equipment business, we also expect sales and profit to increase due to the launch of 4 new models. In other businesses, we expect profit to dip due to continued investment in promoting esports. However, we see sales increasing due to bolstering our activities in character contents and media business. Once again, this fiscal year, we aim to achieve our highest ever profit, following our digital strategy to steadily grow our core consumer digital sales globally. While hoping the COVID pandemic will at last draw to a close, we are prioritizing the health and safety of employees, their families, and all stakeholders. Coming together to work as one, all of us at Capcom will continue to strive in building corporate value. Thank you.